The year was 2011. A team of seasoned psychiatrists and meticulous medical historians converged on Gray Hollow Asylum. Their mission was simple: to document the asylum's history and study the psychological impact of its long-abandoned halls. The team, initially skeptical of the asylum's grim reputation, approached their task with clinical detachment. This detachment, however, would soon crumble. The asylum had other plans, dark secrets waiting to be unearthed. The first night descended upon Gray Hollow Asylum, blanketing it in an eerie silence. The team, huddled in the dilapidated common room, meticulously reviewed old patient files. A sense of unease hung in the air, thick and suffocating. The silence of the asylum was deceptive, a facade for the horrors that lurked within. As the clock ticked past midnight, a faint scratching sound echoed from the bowels of the asylum. The sound seemed to originate from cell 6B, a room shrouded in whispers and shadowed tales. Intrigued and somewhat apprehensive, the team cautiously made their way towards the source of the sound. The air grew heavy with the stench of decay and the weight of unseen eyes. They reached the rusted bars of cell 6B, their flashlights cutting through the oppressive darkness. The scratching had stopped, replaced by an unnerving silence. Inside the cell, the team found nothing but peeling paint and crumbling walls. Yet the sense of being watched intensified. As they turned to leave, a cold, spectral whisper brushed past their ears. "Get out!" The team froze, their blood turning to ice. The voice, raspy and filled with an unearthly malice, sent chills down their spines. Fear, primal and instinctive, gripped their hearts. They had stumbled upon something ancient and evil, something that wanted them gone. The following night, tensions were high. The team, visibly shaken by the previous night's encounter, debated whether to continue their investigation. Their scientific curiosity warred with a growing sense of dread. Dr. Emily Carter, a renowned psychiatrist known for her stoic demeanor, urged caution.
We can't ignore what we heard, but we must proceed carefully. We're dealing with something we don't understand.
As darkness enveloped the asylum once more, the team gathered in the former warden's office. They had decided to focus their investigation on the asylum's most notorious resident, a woman known only as Black-Eyed Mary. Mary, a patient in the 1950s, was said to possess an uncanny ability to inflict pain and suffering with a mere thought. Legend had it that her eyes, black as night, held a glimpse into the abyss. Suddenly the air grew frigid, the temperature plummeted, and a bone-chilling cold seeped into their bones. A shadowy figure flickered in the corner of the room, its form indistinct but undeniably present. The team watched in horror as the shadow solidified, morphing into the silhouette of a woman. Her eyes, two black pits in the darkness, seemed to pierce their very souls. Panic surged through the room. The team scrambled back, their flashlights shaking in their trembling hands. The apparition, its gaze fixed upon them, glided silently across the room, its presence exuding an aura of unimaginable sorrow and rage. Then, as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanished, leaving behind a lingering chill and the stench of decay. The team, pale and shaken, sat in stunned silence. They had just witnessed the first undeniable proof of Gray Hollow's dark secret. The third night at Gray Hollow dawned with an oppressive weight. The team, deeply disturbed by the previous encounters, debated whether to abandon their research. However, a sense of morbid curiosity and a desire to understand the forces at play spurred them onward. They decided to focus their attention on the asylum's medical records, hoping to uncover a rational explanation for the increasingly terrifying events. Among the decaying files, they found the case of Elizabeth, a young woman admitted in the 1960s for severe melancholia. Elizabeth's file was a chilling chronicle of her descent into madness, filled with incoherent ramblings and disturbing drawings of shadowy figures with black eyes. As the team delved deeper into Elizabeth's case, they noticed a recurring theme. The young woman claimed to be haunted by a malevolent entity she called the Shadow. As the night wore on, a strange lethargy settled over the team. Communication with the outside world, already spotty, ceased entirely. Their radios crackled with static, and their attempts to contact help were met with an eerie silence. A sense of isolation, suffocating and absolute, descended upon them. They were trapped, alone with whatever lurked within Gray Hollow's walls. Elizabeth's presence seemed to permeate the very air they breathed. Her despair, palpable and suffocating, pressed down on them, fueling their growing fear. It was as if the asylum itself was feeding on their terror, growing stronger with each passing moment. The line between the rational and the supernatural blurred, their scientific minds struggling to comprehend the horrors unfolding around them.